say Emra associate din komobia and who here pa from Araba stamp to some Adjetefio to Sugartone. Do you remember Sugartone? To today KK Kabobo. People in the creative industry have most of the time, it's a new one, but most of them would go cap in hand begging to be helped. Sometimes to help them seek medical attention, or sometimes to help them rent a place to sleep, or sometimes just so they would feed. It is a pathetic sight, but we want to lend our voice to this conversation. We want to talk about it. I didn't know 1 year chasing, 1 year a tonyum, and 1 year what creative industry no mono. A bedroom baby no what patch or what sran sana would be a deering and a coffee weighing in ever. And that yanya papa be Northka in the house or a lecturer from University of Education Winneba. Nidino e wapa me so body din at least once. Not your dinner alias Binoska no a din commander papa kwaba. Yeah, na baby if you a belated happy Independence Day. Wait, so make sure for the first time the Yema Yehu. Memo Aquaba Bium. But your bozing Yinara Trassi and Sana Binoscan Edzijuma. Okay, but yeah, now my own Zedukakra.
Papa told me Benjamin Odro Ahin Jr.
Benjamin Odro Ahin Jr.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Miss Samedi, I am Berryman and not Odro, Sofu Kweku Kantanka Ahin.
Hey, Berryman and not Odro, Sofu Kweku Kantanka Ahin. Well, me pocho maunze do kakra peja uni kakra bi mami. If you say match your voice, so we can match your voice for me kakra.
Me papa to me din Benjamin Odro Ahin Jr. And my brand name me yes addition who there. Nipa bia wo ni dina wo de won da wo de nipa wo de ne to no wo de meto sofo nti ko fie obia from sofo and na me sha si de me djuma no bi from sofo berma nana nti o dina wo fie a mankasa me fie dina wo de to me no o from nana osofo opanka ahen.
Okay. Yeah, that's a people. You better Binoska. All right. Papa, na yedin komo afa creative industry. Na hon welfare. Na answer na yebeba welfare hunsem no. If we talk about people in the creative industry, let's define them properly. One because usually we talk about musicians and actors, but I understand there are more. So let's talk about it.
And first obapa so tie mi afa to ho. Creative industry, no. There is one man be research into how ideas generate money for people. A friend no Hawkins 2001 and I am researching and all the by there. Nipa bia ideas I create me yiska or my adwuma no or ma hodo bebre. It be an architect, it be a fashion, it be a music, it be a theater, dance, software, computer, TV, radio, and even what do you call it, games on application softwares. And another company so from Singapore, one soy and one stadium, we're putting into 3 categories. Into those in the media, those in the design, and then those in television or new media, television and the digital platforms. International social media, be publishing room. You wanna watch a scene or your film, your music, your performing art or your dance, theater and drama, and the music no jina no hunko are separate. And they also a friend then publishing in terms of digital content productions, book publishing and all other publishing. And then also one our new media today, radio and newspapers presentation and all that, bloggers as well, photographers, artisans, one hour craft, fashion, and then also in the area of design it in or metal works, ceramics materials, kabum craft painting, sculpture, kabuma. It's like the creative economy. It's mostly music and film. But them also creative economy no.
All right. Inti yan share one abubo bohun wozin nyina no. Since independence based in there. One welfare sem oteden.
Okay. O di kan no oman bia mu no emra oho about employment. Ghana, Ghana, you Pensions Act. Only the nipa biya eno de isi wadwene pide o. Mrebeye adwuma nti ode minye sika bi to mechi ama ochine bi mekwa ahojima de misika na atuma boam. Nti those kind of things no ya mining mra wahehye but onye nhye ma obia de chinchinache kodom insurance. Nti na Ghana apart from state insurance company there are a lot of private companies who are. Nti most of the time no say ye adwuma ye formal job today bia Max TV na mo musicians bia mo ye ho ye live show a mo na what want to payroll da na mbra no be hye mo de mo ntua a percentage of their salary as pension schemes for them. Aha onunko but most of the times we the musicians are now the one of creative sector no when you formal employment they are people who have contracted themselves or brand themselves as a product or rendering services to the society. Until one them you pardon or do an agenda or them could join insurance company. And now there made two sikebi to me baby madachi me penny na them is kind of able to worship.
Yeah.
The margin on town called a lot of associations been our former will push that agenda. Ibini Musicians Union of Ghana. Musica. Ebisunyi Audiovisual Society of Ghana, ASOG. Ebisunyi Actors Guild. Ebisunyi Film Producers Association, FIPAG of Ghana. Eti the association there be Gamro association. Gamro ye collective management organization.
Okay.
One juma waiting in there. Musicians are now the actors are within the space no or your music side no. Royalties are there, Max TV, Tia, and all other media stations, including restaurants and public spaces are or your events and programs in our Tiano. On am there, musician into Muko Honka Genity, collective management organization and Russia from the Copyright Act 690. Aha, into Washa on Mohon Woko Kajiska on behalf of the musicians. Into Gamro is not an association of that sort, but or a collective management organization that you can also go and join. But you can't trade union organizations are Ibini Musica, ASOG, Copy Ghana, and all the other ones, Actors Guild and FIPAC. And one and now what's in Rebi Ashe one bringing back the constitution and I want to especially Musica Day last year December. We create a new constitution now. What is shame there? A bear member or the to me there. It would your senate and now would your insurance pension scheme them out. Mama that change say one was in your bottom that ye juma. The miss can assemble to you back. Into the maji now ye she. It is actually most screen you do art and culture, photographers, visual art, performing art and antiquity, trade and craft. The Nico designer, software, advertising, architecture, interior, graphic design, industrial design, fashion, then media, publishing, TV and radio, digital media, film and video.
Hairdressers, nah.
They are in fashion.
In fashion?
Yes.
Okay.
Hairdressers,
now,
bead making.
TV and radio, one of them was American.
Meka TV and radio are American Max TV.
Okay.
And now more FM stations are more.
Is it the presenters?
Including the organization from the owner of the company to the last person who is the receptionist, that Michelle Ogate and you are all part of the TV and you are all part of the radio. Sunday say you wanna be a producer or backstage, you'll be him to be a TV but you are a staff. You are a staff, yeah. With your cow into a human now okay, or they be the mini panel pension. Mano. Into Mbrane if the Pensions Act, no, so I give them the slide. If your Pensions Act now, Chede, Ubia Nakitia or the mono, Emremno, you have to pay 17% to the person. Into we have even tax incentives, pensions systems, and even as well as they there are occupational hazards. And no borders on insurance. Into individual no to me make insure company, no, or you and obey insure company and will be back no better no before. That insurance will take care of that. Sanya dem abon the nipano be ye adwuma no konde nyina na bibi nti wabofo no wepra. Bi kra na owo dependent. Bi ane moframba bi ni bi ohwe won and then bi tini kire ohwe. Okatine fia obede no wahwe won. Into the insurance aspect no will take care of all this. Into na emra na ye de ombo a obiara. Into oye adwuma wura na hyede, oye general manager na hyede, HR na said our ye presenter to them and pay so am member my year to me the kadamasa nyina ho oyo nyina said na mum individual na oda gitum there or dem betase and I mean insist there won't ya for a pension if I ma'am.
What is the real mandate of Musica?
The mandate of Musica on there is an association to take care of the welfare of its members.
So
not
if that is the
musicians in
case,
Ghana.
why is it that it seems because it seems that they aren't really doing it? Because if they are, Nkakeke Kabobo will not be out there.
Okay, so
Let's look at that.
The first question I'll ask is KK Kabobo a member of the Musicians Union of Ghana?
Well, so far as we know, yes, he is.
I'm sorry.
He is not.
I don't know. So I don't want to confirm
you don't want to confirm. So if somebody is a member of Musica,
yes.
Because we see so many musicians, so they all go for meetings and all of that. And so if they are or they are not, I know they are me said that you say be confirm if KK Kabobo is. But at a point he was an executive of Musica and all of that. And he I didn't na ye wo say omo asedi ani say e was so omo boa my musicians, you know. I didn't know. I say so. Mo etu nyum no do baby because we've seen it. And yes, be I atisem musicians be bromo yan kokra na miriwa ombre pa. I didn't know akoba ne sa.
You see, say share musicians nko ahwe ye be yan fun.
There be if you think say music and we are ye beba one ya aka no.
Okay, good. Nti me na mpese me kire ni say obi oye adwuma organ ha bia. Se wan ye wo niam yi a obebo aberewa obebo akokra. Na sebi ni obedi kra ye den ama.
Okay, say one year will normal year. Okay, say this is music. Me de me hu akodom Musica.
Yes.
Ye wo bi asika bi etete ne nketenkete ne ade me fan say gamro cry there was one day what sika on behalf of it. Me de me hu akodom Musica say aden na Musica to me enhwe me yie. Ama me do me nkokra bom ana say me miri wa bom a wo see e was say mia na me hwe. But then music and so e would due to be towards me. Ye we e beba musician and I say actor no ankasa so. But ye hwe institutions na because one no omo chemra say aba ma won to me say woni say adwuma nti wodwuma die pa ne den.
Okay. Nti Musicians Union was formed in 1975 as an organization and to be able to take care of its members. One of its objectives they say the obebwa ma musicians so okobo program ye besisi no anase ye betua ne kaye na the union no will stand in for the musician. 2 upese otu kwan kobo program e wa brochire uhia visa obekọ embassy ne abando ye deny of visa nti musicians a throw letter their common embassy no or ye member yesremo am mo man visa ne the amount upese oye program on National Theatre ye book my event nasa date nasa but we a member then the musicians will write a letter to the National Theatre say yesremwara ye program we dey say na city no o say mo pe kwan bi di nipa no e hye ho ma no na afi so monya because discount being fair man say na be ya say mo gi 100,000 a months so no ntua be 80,000 and no so ye mfa so de ni bi e na afi so say ye beka ye ho abom amase bi a royalties ma abia instrument a importable man mu ne boa ye den dodo nti aban ye ka ye ho abom na ye ne aban akasa edru port a monte so maye eno so ye mfa so de ni bi na mom nia eye se nipa no obenyini madaachen wabo akokora na e say musicians na behwe no eno no any musicians union constitution mu.
Okay, and no afei na wakasa wo se nipa no onyini du ba bia se tama odi ni dwuma no ena wabobo oboso no wo so wasene e ma dwuma de enu kototin but onyini na du ba bia waya akokra na enya musicians union no adwuma se wo se wo ba behwe wo enti sa no obi a wo hwe Max TV anopai it's not the same person you cut music for and say about movies for but I'm say who be here say be kan nyina bom at this stage obi a otwesene obi a wotunwom hairdresser obi a oye fashion any those things in the radio TV wakeka kan bom no edru emra oye active na okoba na obi a boje ni so na edie na wonye no ni nkokra be mu
good ni edi kan and say to belong to a trade union say na be ya oniama wo ye nyina ne kwa be fashion na be boa wo Nembum, who are belonging to trade union every Bosumiswa, and I say every day be our program. No, but more than nature says can a moon prensa.
miensa.
Yes, 3. Na fa baako fa koye investment. Investment ni say bia fato dan ana se fe bie company ana se musical instrument bi na obetokwa na ade aye rent na ebe boa. Sa niam we wutumi ya oda kra sika ne beba wo nsem. E na afi nso ne etoso mienu se abrabo a sebi nipa bebre hu se musicians ana so those in the film eyomobo onye sika no afrɛ na atofo ye be nom sasa ye bedidi ye be ye ho basa atade ni sika kra nso no akoto no akofri no hye nti sa brabo wo sa spend this kana e demand and supply sika wo nya no wa nya bi amfa anto amadachi na wo de ni nyina ne a woni da so so ochina wo be sa nya program nti wo ba akokra nso so ahode ne wahi ahode ne wahi a betumi ja kwa ese adwuma nti sa ne ma na wan twetwe wan sisi sika ne bi anto yi a na aboba akokra no na ne ya ne se obi ati wudin so keke kabobo kiki bansin hwan oboya ade pa nti na makoti so no ti hoyi eduro kra beto eduro anom kra onye bi obekọ hospital ne dan kra ye tunu ti se ne movie actor taxi driver Samajete koba ya Ibrahima de beto TV so a vice president command sika sana wetumi atua ne rent wetumi kra nya bi akọ hospital sabre no bedura obi ehu se wanimu da nimtimi de oba abonte a ebetumi aboa enya Ghana hankon a o
minim se ye be rahopa the responsibility of the artists themselves for themselves ebusian for ye ni binoska na edi nkomo or lecturer creative arts department of University of Education Muniba na semba ko a waka mi yiri se Ghana ha ebe wusu ye pa and say it is not musicians responsibility to take care of musicians in their old age or say per emrano omu dwumadi e wo so omu die pa ne so ombeboa ma mfanse bia wo tu kwan ya bounce no ma so omu bia wo ekoji baby ti say National Theatre na bia ye mfa ma no ma cho letter bi enti emra wo ye active a wo koba no ombesu so omu nkakra ama wo dwumadi na kototin but wo dru nkokra ba no mmiri abomu a ne awoa wo die sie no na eboa wo na nya music afo we asem sebe ya nyini hu yie pa eja asemu ya wakan it will shake our nation because I don't think anybody has come out to say that you know that
clear distinction.
It's clear out there. Say the music is there to help you, and I'm sure those in the film industry is the same thing, isn't it?
It's the same thing. Oh, na maminka ni enti a nkofo isusu o madwene se as obi otonyo organ ha bia ye musician and as a member of musica. We started musicians union yenya president be a friend of Alhaji Sidi Kubwari or host here papa no he is a fantastic man. I mean sorry man.
Wow.
We a member, we nya member. No ti se wo hwachire, no ati se watonyo mpen kwa de obeba abeboa.
Mo a munnim Alhaji Sidi Kubwari. Ono boy alaya gamani dekei me kai pa.
Aha. Enti papa no e di mankrofo hu so o. Ene se na be join union na ebeboa me. Because me hu so obi aya akokora yakoboa no. Ampa so papa no yes ano. Chese wunya asem police case anase wakoye event bi mankrofo ojojo ni ade papa no bebem no abeboa na ma obeka ya mrantie miensa bi kobo onwom wo Ghana ha emienu am so mo ye mienu ye free to abodom ye capital town na jirigiri enya asem ketu o sa asem no
ahimafo no sorry tia
from hofo ni nyina they wanted these guys serious almost omoja anyumbo
e from nkasai
good enti emane koye so ene be join the union no betumi aboa me betumi aboa nyese se bi wabo akokora utifie na usika asano na ye be ma usika there be musicians union make kasa chiro me join in 2014 that time no na utua 104 Ghana cedis for 1 year registration utua wi a afene so a one register one san ko renew membership and to SS kana na chere say wonya member biom.
Wow,
that is how it is now
and me fan say obi wom or meetings or register one no or meetings e bia obi papa wu cry contribution no why be so far as anipa no so far as anipa no enkonko renew sane annual you know
onya member
biom
exactly
until you can be there for like 12-15 years they bia only omokoba na wonya member
ɛna ne yɛte ne sɛ yɛkɔ meeting so a yɛtumi yɛka sɛ o afe na so yɛn so yɛ deɛ no ɛnyɛ te sɛ December obi anko renew card na mum da obe join ne ye no me fan say nde 8th of March, right? And I'm joining the Musicians Union 7th of March 2025. Wo membership na expire until also renew.
Wow.
Until you need that pot here cuz obi anko register debi na mum da here cuz obi anko register ne se bia ye beto aba. You say 6 months before the election when renew card untumi nto aba.
Say enye music asede se wo hwe musicians ya say media about music and kwa
no
but we have so many others. Say adentina obo time or your president or create the aged musician welfare
fund.
Yes. Adentina will create that.
Enti senya me di kan Alhaji Sidi Kubuare no. By so say Kufuor ye obo ebehunu say musicians no omo nye members but ya tu omodin omo ye adwuma bo man na omumpani yemu na niema nko yie enti se na saade a mame creative fund bi na nkofo ntutu sika mu se na be ya ebetumi di akoboa se nipa no ate ase enya Ghana hanko a abrochire nyina ye obi wo ho ate ase ye obi wo ho no so se bi te se ne a obi abobra se bi ni obedi kra ye di wanyini wanya bi 60 70 years no there are a lot of research articles. Now we are madam for back friend Mark Miller's Coffee or University of Education. Why even towards the health of musicians in Ghana. Obi di asitene mu nneam aye yenti bo se na wanya yare bi enche pu no wawu. Eno susu bebre. Enti obo obeye sa no se sa dia yen create sa fund no na enye den. Yen fan hwe musicians. Enti eno nye se wo ye musician na wo mbeka ho no. Obeka ho a eno so create your friend Amwef Aged Welfare Musicians Fund. Nti eno no ye kwa na ya register o open so a enye by force enye nhye
eno betua bibi ansa na wabeka ho ana
untua hwe obo sa bro shase no ono neko na register o we anyi na oye obonyo pa na ye de waka ho we na ye de waka ho
sa Amwef na funding free hin
funding no obo ye grand ball.
Okay.
And we invited president, state ministers, ministries, and a lot of industry stakeholders are or use music in another way to say bia Max TV mo CEO near inviting or also oh me donate bia 50,000 Ghana cedis and as say it says can no kaboma na fi bosumi no acha kakaka it be great to be rent.
So what happened to Amwef?
Amwef, what happened was that more obo the time was year 2019 na ka o se to aba ma ne time aso we di 2 terms e we mrem no ntumi nkobio enti o se yi ne free o tana obi foforo ba sa bre no na ye di musicians union court because ye beto aba no na register ye beto aba no ase abro so amebi mada enti na chese enema bi anko yie
ukata abro so amebi mada candidate ne do so wana ase di
chese me ye member me nko meeting hu sa Greater Accra ye membership ye 1,000 da ye membership enu 500 po me nko meeting ma me hu bi da say ye nyina na ye buhu 500 there bi e bi nsi da enso so na register mu no ye bro 1,000 ati ase Ghana ha nyina e kabo ma ne sa ados dodo na ye nua that time ye chairman no ho ye friend Rascal Papia or the court and a court a yes and yes other ban who yen sign ye hwehwem ye didi sanse mu no mu saa court in prensa ansa na ye beto aba 2023 last year October it sa bre no na Bese Simons or ye current president no ye acting we acting so anema bebria wontumi nye because o throw letter ye program no be say ye court ye identity na mo be program say ni say in sembasa ya me ko meeting kra sometimes it me than exchange of words serious
yes mo batwe de oho nyina yes ya
nya me na be kai ona kai
yes ya to da mo ye gidi mo ya no baba yo na dani atwede bo say mo ni nyina ba ejiet was coming to
and me kai ona kai enti eba sanra che say Amwef grand ball all those activities ni nyina no akofom even the year music month music month that this month kwa ye bi ya start
say bibi akofom boko
enti afei na on say me di kan say last year December and ye annual congress, our biennial conference, congress a conference a madina here, yet to me amended the constitution. Mama nipa na ye benya positions sisi anu to me say ye to me the twaso. Sisi a me no ka say cry musicians union ye membership. COVID by ye teso be ye 75 cities. But sisi anu ya sa pagya mu kakra e de akọ nanim. Oh, inti sa niema we nyina na ama musician wunyi na abo akokra na wan to niema yi a e de kwa akokra amwefo so sebi nyame anim no nokra ni entumi nhwe wo pepepe te senia
because any constant funding
exactly
ya ko solicit for funds and sana ya nya bia beboa de ene wo de wani to so kra ya ka unse ye wo gaba Ghana beauticians and almost so they fall and that is uni mo mu asem kakra.
They are, because of their lifestyle, in terms of they also deal with music and film. Almost so much said and say they should also learn from what is happening to musicians today.
Okay, Yamra creative artist nankasa so whether it's a musician, a sculptor, a painter or an actor. Yamfa ne mako so obi tie wu a sabre ya fe na wa sha ase ana se nipa no woni peak apart from investment we dey kan ka say wunya sika chemu miensa we say fa ba kun wura dwumadi a wo die nim say instrument na abetoto even school kra na de be kwa invest ba kun ewo bibi mu say your property business bia na invest back on once because you need to look good
na fa back on didi
fa back invest back on you need to look good, you need to eat, you need to pay rent and all of that. Apart from Niawakano, what else can we do?
Okay, apart from Niawakano, what else you can do is that one, nipe bia o ba talent no, it needs to be abreast with time. So say you go school nko and you the practice aspect of what is going on. Ubeko school ubesua, but one kasa na when si wadwene pi. Say na mesua any discipline na wa abonten no. If I can be able to balance the two. Share expenditure is one of the things that a deep crofonia bebre. One, when we so be Shatawale akoto oni Beyonce akoye featuring inti we just bebre. Inti men so chinchina pese me need the video ayi wo Nigeria. Na Davido so meju 500,000 and I say meju say na akọ pebesia e de betu ya thinking say enyum na ba bonti you regroup. You see those mistakes nipa bebre mehu police ni bia akọ peacekeeping na ba odi ni sika ekotwa music video South Africa of our plane efa crew Ghana ko South Africa ekotwa music video
police ni ana soldier ni na kana say no a musician
or a musician no ko peacekeeping oba ni sika onya aye no aya ko fo di esi dan to talk as ye ni ama no o de betwa music video ko South Africa
na ba cho nyum na ko sen
oh Ankosi minim another artist nsusu ono nsusu ohia obi a papa no so o meboa o man 200,000 pounds edi be album launch ye de record nyum no edi ye launch no wie 50,000 Ghana cedis kwa we nya we jai adwuma no oh ni nyina na me pa kire ni say baby a wo ye bia no there are people I'm not a very good singer, I'm not a very but my portion is to train you as a creative business and intellectual property consultant, to be able to train you, to let you see
where
all
are
options.
They? So let's look at the business side and deviate kakrebi. As someone who came and say, people just pump money into this whole thing without consulting the appropriate authorities and other people with intellectual know-how to tell them this is risky, this is doable. Or say say me a musician, me could have X amount of money. Me feel listen me one day I have music, I want to record and all of that. I mean
one, you need to find a voice coach. You need to find somebody who would tell you the truth. Say, hey, now if you say no, it is not the best. Inti find.
Inti sorry, prekupe enko recording studio. Enko 2S camera studio.
No. Sure. Oh, sorry, bakope. If you are 14 years, 15 years, I will tell you just go straight. With the studio na record na kwaye. You are young, you want to experiment, there's no problem. But once you hit 28, 30 years, those people so no oye adwuma dada nti ni sika onya no e no de bi ko studio akọ thinking say e be blow ama no. Such people need to be spoken to because ubenya nkrofo unim nkrofo obi ti so yenwum ba kwa ba radio so oh ya de o bra mebo awo na mo 50,000 bekeka bu a be 100,000 obi aka tru so oh chale unim sese na wonye sese we twa video a efe pa so ko Dubai ebi kura ko Dubai ko twa music videos
omo hu so sa
oh e be ba na to nsuo
enti na chese wo kan to sese sika seye e ya de ba ko a
e ya e koso
yeah what else
and then also lifestyle send America no ubetwa program the whole day now the day anajo be 1 a.m. but na within a short time 3-4 years no develop kidney diseases. A lot of young musicians Mrs. Happy Paya, Madame Future, Mark Miller, towards the health sustainable of musicians in Ghana. Fantastic issues are already here. Ubi anajo edi dinkwa and then sanom
drugs because you can't see a corner crap from Kiki Jan to a sugar tone to 1 year kikanka hunyina no ye de anybody ya ready anything ya isi hunu omo no enuboni na de omo akowie sa
this kind of lifestyle no ebe ku atia wo e na obi kura apo a oya basoro kakra na afidie niam anyina to yi ama no ti say drugs ya wo kan na drugs no aye yi agini sika nyina na afi ni adaje obenya de aye na performance no sa adaje na yira na mmom odi sika no e de ko share drugs mu odi ye niama ense fata
yesi ebi ye property pa nyese bi asebi omo ye sansa for yesi ebi an obi to me de ni fie papers no wakoji drugs kitikiti bi say mesan edi sika ba na ma beji odi sa obehuna.
That's what happened to Kiki Jan UK. All the properties oba Ghana have bewu nima nima toilet one of field oba die and we crowd musicians we had to go and buy a coffin by force on your members and so had to go and find a way to bury him.
Let's talk about insurance a little bit. Let me say before we came on air, na me ni udin komo say apart from state insurance company there were so many other private insurance companies any SNIT can SNIT say bia we have this policy who actor who beautician who fashion designer artist any musician who bet to me aba bosumi bia ubet ba betua premium way sene be ya ubenya nsiechi ba bi na dachi wuni ho a in fact ebi kra abroche na ebi to me insure mo voice
exactly
say that is my voice no enye intimatua premium
their road trip.
To me does the law permit them to do that?
Yes, the law permits them.
The laws of
Ghana.
The laws
of Ghana permit them. Share instruments, venue, obey everything like what I said here. Pension is inevitable.
With or without a company.
Without a company.
Is mandatory. Insurance is your guarantee. Welfare schemes, associations, trade unions, pension is inevitable. Occupational hazard.
It's a
healthy life. Now, red one, tax incentives and obligations by age.
So we drew certain age, you are exempted from a lot of things.
Yeah.
Even national insurance scheme, when you are 60 years, you don't pay for renewal, you don't pay for registration. And see, all these things, you know, it is meant to help you, the artist. Near kind insurance companies, they don't understand the terrain of the creative arts in Ghana.
Is it because no as a fixed income and now with car or china uniska or kobogiga no yes but can they fashion something, create something for that particular industry? Can they do that?
It is not that easy. You see, we have the Insurance Act in country, which spells out what they can do and what they cannot do. And see, if they have to sponsor an event in Ghana, then basically what they have to know is say artists now wobano one kasa you have done your feasibility studies. You know how much your instruments are costing you. You know whether you rented them or you bought them yourself. And then also how the event is going to take place. Say, it is going to last for 8 hours. And then there are studies to show, say, we have 8 hours program, speak a bit to me a blow, guitar a bit to me a boo, and bit to me a talk. All these kind of things can happen. And if you have all these information, that is when the insurance company can now understand. Say, okay, if I put a premium of 5 CDs onto this guitar, That's a string in it whilst you're on stage. I'll pay you this amount. But I see. And don't forget, sir, all these insurance schemes are also business. I mean, they are companies which they also have to make profit. But they are there to help cushion your risk.
Ebusiafo ye ni binuska edi nkomo afa dwumtofoɔ sinetwafoɔ wɔne ɛwɔ etire fa ni etire ye ni etire bo gibafoɔ wɔne drum artist yes me ko drum wɔne edi nnua etwitwa kuaba ene sankofo ni no nkofo bebre ya na adwuntofoɔ ene sinetwafoɔ pa ne yadwune wɔ ho but ene ye hunu sɛ sa etrepa esopa aha ene da ho mu twa photos mu visual arts for performing arts for art and antiques for say antique props yeah omo de normal betiti how am trade for adwadifo nyina eka ho crafts for software advertising architecture interior graphic design industrial design fashion publishing TV and radio digital media any film and video mo nyina mo ka creative industry no eho ena eso na ena yedi nkomo afa ne aba ene akoya asefim a woduru wo mpanyin fie so a na chese wo sre ansa na wodi ebi kra tetena ba bi a woda kra ya na aya asefim bebre na ne yedi nkomo wo asem busabi wo adwene kire bi wo pese wo ni yen edi nkomo nso so wo bibi eda wakoma so a wonya ka wo ni yen be share phone number no egu screen na ni so freyen na uni papa binuska wo asembusa bia wabusa no. Let's look at the royalties. I think it's time we took the royalties seriously because I thought that you ask some musicians be braba Max TV ha na yebusa won obi say royalties me dey hear a whole musician like me sika bia di be hia me nsam no. In fact, me very crass, very so this can I understand Gamro for royalties. Now it leaves a lot to be desired. It's shameful. Do you agree?
Oh yes, I do agree with you on the aspect say sikano mutiano enye sika bi esoni. Nembum on the issue of as to they are paying who deserves the right thing because emremu no se obeye distribution of royalties are it is say wunya data no chese Max TV moye 6 match program ya moye enwuma mo boy nyina ma logo o ye bo kwame bi nwum 2 minutes ye bo wenyu na mo that data ne ko na mo kotua musika ne ka ho a sa data no so mo gina so okay kwame bi ye bo ne nwum no 1 minute bi ya 50 pesos nti ye bo 3 minutes dia ene ye 150 pesos this data no that is what is missing in Gamro.
Whose job it is to make sure that we collect this data?
Gamro.
But are they doing that? Would you say that Gamro Krano, they are actually acting according to their mandate?
They are paying people who don't deserve it.
You are saying that Gamro is paying people who don't deserve it. What does that mean exactly?
What it means is that a data to show, say, okay, ye bo Shatawale inyum, ye bo Stone Boy inyum 10 minutes, ye bo Sakwadie, ye bo Miss Bell, ye bo Jayana, ye bo Akese, Akonino, those data is not available.
It is so many sad data. How are they paying the musicians?
Good.
Gamro, this is a big question for you, Gamro. Bafu Akowa, who are line? So good morning.
No, so.
Papa, I want to sign up. Hey. Hey, Papa, you name bro. Bafu Akowa, Timinka.
Hello.
Papa, me bacho, me too unka Timinka.
I'm a tonga.
Me bacho, anope, who are Semika.
And I paid the boko, just listening to follow me. I you 20 footballers, no. Omunira, you papa. So she can bar. Omu and classing I mean Cassaway will be a dash local current to be a Memphis cabin tour. I may be no more Bako Crya, Omu in yes, Fabian for anti-tomb. The Metro commenced on said, and Mara Omu Nazo Mutuma, Cano Banco Mupe bin to said the day that you moko bring more bring which media IBP. The better mechanism.
Papa, yeah, that's CP one. I think the man just reiterated what you said.
Master, here, we have farmers who are the most important people in this country. how many farmers na what say say wa ye adwuma ma si o de fie nti yen gigi scan fan ko boa no
Dabi
ebi nsi
yentante
oh nti that kind of lifestyle say oh me we de ma me ngi mani ne memreni ma me ndi na me bo akokora oh ye behwe me that is
why the behwe eno ni ase
that's the point nti me pa de say be say we mebusu na oto nwoma oh my goodness, I'll make sure I'll manage you properly. Let's look at
the business side. Okay, I said we should consult people like you. You are the brain behind but we know who are the intellectual capacity musicians here. Hello, Abraham Nate, good morning.
Good morning, madam. I say
Onyanko pada ma me ho ye na we.
I never come program am here wrong. So we Bema. Who piska so piska fa hu to bi so. Because me say na papa we ska. But me mamfa me wan to no. Kasa me bo modern me amani. It's me okay in case of that is area me ba ko kra na me no problem. E bi mo ha wo ni to bi so. But abrabon ye mfa ye ni to bi. So we Bema dia I say working hard. And so why you dance.
Okay. Yeah, that's a pa no afutu. Say in some we kan na Ghana for adia to mu no. Tini about the business side. Our voice. What's the first of all? Go to a voice coach. No can sure say your voice is good because meaning voice coach is only for 10. Year practice to me be 2 pe. Now one year can waka chom say who will be before for ya kwana koye. Your voice sounds good to you. Maybe in front of your mirror, but it's not commercial.
It's not commercial. And na obi kura po oho a na the voice ni you, but onya da more practice into the voice has not come. And a voice coach to train you to is not free as them. So to yanika minimum be or call American Got Talent be na as in the voice in here and the job cut na fie or call no afa tape or boy go football no to be so the next time of course your koto and it was fantastic.
Yeah, it has happened so many times. Into the thing is
me say me dear my dream from the age of 14 up to 25 maximum. If you want to experiment with music and those things, go ahead and do it.
All right. Yeah, fa call any Agi, Fitema, good morning.
Morning, Apomo.
Onyanko panda ma me hu ye mpacho we.
Nyame adum ye hu ye.
Eda nyame ase.
Eda mase papa pancheche no ye musician ko a. Ye nyina ye fa mu afutu. Won say musician fo no lifestyle no enye me ntimi ka musician ko a. Lifestyle ni do so. Atare pa ko nipa ba ko pebe to ma che no. Efo na yi no ko timi fa ko net ni bio. Eso san ko pon atare fofo nti akata ye ko se de be control ye ho. Bibia dina ye so any mind no.
All right, say the thing boils down to what you just said. Say, would you baby? I know be afraid from your body so. And musicians seem to move. Any actors in their passion fuels. They fuels them. But there was also who say who kon nyina who nyini.
Exactly.
Ebedru baby no.
Exactly.
Ya pass ye bebo aju so Ghana nyina. Na bedru baby na
So TV so kra onya du fi. Hey, why are you? We want Max TV. Yeah, any ma misike. Na se sebi wan for wadwen to from kakra.
Ya toma obi a 1 cedi mi ko jina one no person toma me 5 cedi.
Exactly.
Because some who Max TV so. Am ka my
Which is not the case. Enti se we musician now jina nipa dom anim eto nwom ne ade a. Wan hwe yi a sebi wodu sika ne wade nyina be che nkrofo. Enso so ho kire wa obi am.
Ya bra na so but then asem we enani ya brobro so. You were detailed a yipa say obi to say the business side no ebe then ya share and so many other questions and to because today no na you share lifestyle any gamro any musica any giba any wo nyina in fact ya ti ase ah enye adwumtofo nko a please me nyina Ghana fo anam ne ensrew say sambra da fofra ebeboa at your convenience for a part 2 of this discussion. Once Ghana for say wasem wa can twaso mu pa but answer na ebeko no but woman mienu a Ghana ha e did those in the creative industry nya mienu na fe yenko.
Okay, ni edi kan answer na mebo sa na ma mienu so no mepese me kire Ghana for nyina say National Commission on Culture almost proposal be come UNESCO to train artists. And yema ye can nyina no ye say in the next 10 years we need a new crop of artists that put their business right, the legal implications right, their lifestyle, their talent, management and administration and all that nyina. Into UNESCO for sponsor me one of the resource persons for it. Into be training 400 artists across the country.
Irrespective of where you're coming from or where genre you belong to.
Yes.
Okay.
Into the list here, me the two way is one of the templates they share to select people. Okay. Into every region be until we share UNESCO Ashberg program here, training of artists and cultural professionals in Ghana. Ubia o share me be na so oti na on track this picture way. What scan here is a QR code. Okay. It will help you to join the UNESCO training program platform.
Wow.
Send a baby, I will be our Ghana Hebiano, even selection and kawa. The materials will share, the videos, documentaries, and the things we'll speak about. You know, the two platforms, on to me, on Sakabi, now wow. Okay. You, I feel, the kind of Tosua, mechanic say, Mestre Ghana for, say, men sorry for the precope, say me quack or tonium, me quack or ye, copamade, me quack for butabi so any so. The Sabutano, Kai who said that chain over back or quackora, over Barbara. Kai who say emribe ba obenye sika pa kai who say wo kono enye easy men ye wadwene say pese mba TV so na me star keke wo ye star na sika ni oboto ma obebre kwa enti mesre so bia fa na dwen si ho na nema bebre ho ye business sustainable factors dachi ebenya daje beka ho asem there are legal implications ye mra fa artist Copyright Act, trademark, you find say trade secrets and all those things ni nyina ya dia also be as
yeah Brenasu
I mean chair the vice chancellor of University of Education Winneba, Professor Stephen Mitchell, and pro vice chancellor Professor Victor Entry, registrar Madam Wilhelm Atete, and then my own dean Professor Emmanuel Obedakwa, Dr. John Francis, and he's my head of department, and all my friends and the loved ones of Max TV.
Thank you so much. Bidos kabesamba biomu na yebe share the business, the legal aspect, and it's UNESCO for program here all can into details. Ebusian for your Brenasu.